Hey guys, try to come back here, see if this works a little better. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Welcome back. Hope you're doing great. Finally got it going. Had to try a different one. Hopefully this one. Last time I used this one, it didn't work really well, but I re-downloaded it, so hopefully that fixed the problem. Great, glad to hear. Yep, everything's going all right here. Um, you know, just dealing with some heat, and the air conditioning went down, and they're not gonna be able to come fix it until Monday, so that sucks. But other than that, doing great. Yeah, they came and looked at it today, but the unit inside the unit was frozen, so not quite sure what caused that. But yeah, they gotta wait for it to thaw before they can do anything about it. And the dude's on another job tomorrow, and he doesn't work Sundays, so screwed till Monday. So did you get a chance to vote in the Frauditor playoff, Jimmy? Right? I know, right? That's probably what'll end up happening. They'll thaw and they'll be like, "Oh, it's good now." Yeah, probably exactly what'll happen. That'll be good though. At least that way we wouldn't have to pay him, right? Thawed out, and if I remember right, it's a switch that keeps the condenser running. Oh, okay. That's probably going to be expensive, so that should be fun. But hey, need it, especially with this heat. It gets too hot here, and especially in the summertime. And summer seems to be starting earlier and earlier and earlier every year. So yeah. All right, we got a couple people in here. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a look at what it's looking like for the Friday Night playoffs. Okay, here we go. So bracket one, it's looking like Auditing the USA is comfortably ahead of High Desert Community Watch with 75.9% of the vote. Yeah, pretty sure. Unless a lot of people come in and start voting for High Desert Community Watch, he's probably going to lose this one. And then we have Accountability for All with 96.6% of the vote over Extra Good Citizen. And in bracket three, it is Auditing America who has a slight lead over News Now Patrick now. The last time we looked at it, it was Patrick who had the lead. But it's looking like Auditing America took over. But still early. I mean, not early. You still have till Sunday night. So keep getting your vote in till Sunday night if you want. You still have till Sunday night to vote. So you're still good, Jimmy. What's up, Gregory? What's up, ICBM? So as you can see, Auditing America is slightly ahead with 55.2% of the vote. And in the final one, it looks like Carolina Fort Worth is going to dominate SGV. She has 71.4% of the vote. I don't think he's going to catch back up. Great, Gregory. So Monday, we will go down to the semifinals and we will see who wins, who's going in there. All right. So, does the winner get a free tasting? That would be nice, but I don't want to go to jail over them or anything like that. So, But I saw some interesting articles that I wanted to talk about before I got into just the main reason for this stream. I saw an article that in Massachusetts, actually, which is why I'm surprised Josh hasn't gone into this, or any other mass auditor that I've seen. Maybe you guys can tell me that a mass auditor that has, but it's like the governor, what's his name, Charlie Baker or something like that. He is closing down gun shops. I mean, just straight up closing them down, so people are not able to go out there and buy guns if they want. When this pandemic first started, gun shops and guns were on the necessary, businesses list. But as it got updated, they got removed. So now there are a bunch of Second Amendment activists that are going out and they are saying, hey, Charlie Baker, you can't do this. Guns are essential to our safety, especially with all this crap going on. People were, all the price gouging, all the, if things get worse, we could start seeing rioting in the streets. I mean, it could get bad. It could get that way. I don't think it will. But, still, so I wanted to get your guys' opinion on that. Do you guys think that the gun shops should be essential on the essential businesses list, or do you think it's a business that can be shut down right now? What do you guys think? What's up, Extortion Watchers? Welcome. Extortion Watchers, where do you do your auditing base? Where's your auditing based out of? But when an auditor will not get hit by friendly fire. Well, that's not true. I've seen Josh and Patrick throw many auditors under a bus themselves. So, that's some friendly fire for you. What's up, I Found Texas? What would be the cost to be the taser? I'm not sure. So they're shutting down gun shops, and I just want to get your guys' opinion on that. What do you guys think? Are gun stores, gun shops, firing ranges, all that stuff, should they be essential businesses, or are you in agreement with Governor Charlie Baker that they aren't that essential and they can afford to be, obviously they can't afford to be shut down, but we're going to go ahead and shut those down anyway? I say close them, as do we need more us to get more guns and bullets? Okay, Jimmy, that's a fair point. So you don't believe that they should be on the essential list? Okay, that's fair enough. Anyone else have any? Gun stores are not essential like a Home Depot. That is a very good point, ICBM. I think I'm with you on that one, because gun stores, they sell guns. I mean, yes, you do need guns to protect yourself, but in a crisis like we are having right now, with they don't want this to spread anymore. They want people to be as far away from each other as possible. Practice social distancing. Being around in a gun store probably isn't the best, especially like over in a gun range, let's say, wouldn't be the best. So yeah, I can see, and Home Depot definitely is more uh, essential because regardless of what's going on, you're gonna need some sort of repair work for your home or whatnot. So I can totally understand with that. Exactly. Okay, so Alpha Texas says if they maintain social distancing, they should be able to open. So what do you would you? That's a good point, Alpha Texas. So what you would suggest they can practice like what Walmart is doing, where they only, or banks for that matter, they're only allowing a few customers in at one time. That could work actually. I think that would work really well, and it would be a way to kind of kind of way to keep the peace, keep them happy. Say, okay, they're open, but we're putting some limitations how many people can go in. What about gun ranges though? Gun ranges are a little different because it's usually like what, a bunch of people that are in there. Those would be a little. Well, I guess the social distance for the gun ranges, they could have one person. They don't have each stall. They could have one person, then an empty stall, then one person, then an empty stall. I mean, it would cut down on their business, but it would allow them to stay open. But they would they want to do something like that, or would they be too afraid it just cuts down too much on their bottom line? And I'm a strong supporter of the second. Okay, ICBM. Pipe breaks need to fix it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, or two empty stalls. Exactly. That's a great solution. See, and this is interesting. This is going on in Massachusetts. This is where there are many auditors that are based out of just not only in Massachusetts but in the whole East area. You have auditors like AA who go to where the police are allowing people to turn in their guns. He goes there and starts harassing them, saying, "Hey, you are taking people's guns away," and blah, 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 blah. Yet he's not going to Massachusetts, going to Charlie Baker and saying, "Hey, Charlie Baker, you're taking away guns." I mean, this could be huge for him. This is surprising that he's not doing anything like this. No, he wants to stick to his post offices. Interesting. In Illinois, the gun range usually runs out of a gun store. That's true. That does happen a lot. That is very true. Need to know more about what Corona is going to do first. True. The Rhode Island Moron Squad are on a road trip. Oh, are they? Well, I know the last time I saw Josh, he was in Florida. No, it was out in Selma. Someone was in Florida. I think it was in Selma. I'm not sure where Josh is. Yeah, Jimmy, Florida. So I saw that, and there's one other article I wanted to talk about. It was, let's see, there was also Second Amendment related. What was it? I can't remember right now. Okay. So we all know the coronavirus is here. Now, regardless of how you feel about it, regardless of what you think, who started it, who brought it to us, what government, was it to China? I mean, there's a lot of theories going on, and some of them have weight, some of them don't. But regardless of how you feel, it's here. We're dealing with it. The whole world is dealing with it, and and everyone's dealing with it the best they can. There's new things in place. Sporting events have been shut completely down. U.S. has pretty much been shut down. This is like what if not the first time, the longest the U.S. has ever been shut down like this. It's making everyone nervous. Will the economy be able to bounce back? How quickly? Is it going to cause another depression? I mean, there's just so many questions. Probably will never know the truth. That's true, Jimmy. I think you're absolutely right about that. What part of shall not be infringed don't people understand should also be able to buy guns and ammo. Yes, we agree, Robert. So I think most of us here would agree with you on that. But there should be like like Walmart. Well, we were suggesting like what Walmart does, only allow like one or two customers in the store. That way they can do it, but it would just have to be a compromise with the government and small shop owners, sort of thing. Aren't we giving these clowns all the attention they want? Yeah, probably could say that. Yeah. I'm in Texas and I have plenty of ammo. Well, I wish I had a little more 9mm. I have plenty of 3.5, 357, and 40 cal. I have enough 12 gauge to deter most people. Anyway, gun stores are not important to me. I got you. Okay, so with everything that's going on with Corona, I saw another article that talked about how what it would look like once this outbreak is contained, gone. Once it's gone. I mean, let's just say, for argument's sake, Monday they said we're going to open up the U.S. Everything's back up. We're taking everything. Everything will open. Obviously, things aren't just going to go back to normal on that Monday. My question would be, after all the dust settles, how long is it going to take for everything to go back to normal? And will it go back to normal, or will it be some sort of happy medium in between what we are now and what we were before? For instance, let's say Monday came along and somebody came and offered you season tickets to, let's say, a Chicago Bulls game. And say, hey man, the Chicago Bulls are going to be playing again. I got a ticket, front row. Here you go. Are you going to take it? Will you be willing to sit next to up to 6 complete strangers who are within so close to you after all of this happened, all the precautions we're taking for the corona? Would you be willing to sit in a stadium that close to people so soon? Have you heard about AFA's newest auditing driver? No, I haven't been. Okay, well, let's say not maybe Bulls, but just like your local sporting event team. Just all right, let's say it was a Texas Longhorns game or Cowboys game or whatever. Would you be willing to go to a sporting event? After all this happens, so soon after everything happens, how long would you want to wait? How long would you feel comfortable? It's going to take over a year, I believe. I would agree with you, Jimmy. Depends on what happens when we open up. If it starts spreading again, it's going to be Armageddon. I did see that they were working together again. And one of my comments said, I had a comment, someone that was like, oh, now Granite State's cool with AFA, so why are you still talking about AFA? And like, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, but yeah, I heard they're cool again. I guess they got brought together because of what happened with Nomad. Which, if it brings them together, that's fine. But I'm still going to call him out on his bullcrap, so, he gets to deal with that. F the horns and the boys. I might get a spacesuit and go to a Mavs game. Okay, there you go. Yeah, exactly. If it does hit again, and that's the thing. We can't be too cautious. I don't think we can be too cautious, because I think we have to get down to 0 cases before things will really go back to normal. Because people always forget this all started with one case. One person had it, and now it is closing down countries, closing down cities. People are afraid to go to the store. You know what I mean? It's pretty bad. So I think it might be even more. I think it might be longer than a year before things end up going back to normal. And I don't think things are ever going to go back to normal. I do believe it's going to be some happy medium in between. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more people, even after all this is done, walking around wearing masks like they do in Japan. I think people are going to be taking a little bit more conscious of going outside and germs and all that after all this. for at least a couple years. But I think, unfortunately, we as Americans, a lot of Americans tend to be lazy and forgetful, and so things probably will drop off after. I think things probably will go back to the way it was. Maybe in 5 years. I'd give it 5 years. Then everyone forgets. That's if it doesn't reemerge, next year, because they don't have a vaccine. But then that's another thing. If they do make a vaccine, they can't make everyone take the vaccine. Everyone's not gonna take the vaccine. It has a potential to happen again and again and again and again. No, they haven't found an effective treatment for it yet. They're still working on it. They're testing. They're actually in a testing phase for, I think, 2 different candidates. So, fingers crossed that they figure that out. Company sent me to every hotspot. Every hotspot? What, for the coronavirus, you mean? They haven't found a treatment yet, but they're working on it, and that's good. So, unfortunately, even if we do get through this, it's at least, I think, another 12 months, even if they find one soon. It's probably not another 12 months before they can get it out. And then you got to think of the manufacturing. And big pharma is super greedy. So they're going to try and gouge you for it. Even though it could really quell a lot of this crap that's going on, they're still going to charge an arm and a leg for it. So, fortunately, that sucks. But hopefully, if they try and do crap like that, hopefully the government will step in, kind of like what they did with AIDS medication, and say, hey, now, stop that. Slap them on the wrist or something, get them to stop. I'm not going to hold my breath on any of that, because, money rules the world. Well, let's cross off bat soup on my next trip overseas. Yeah, definitely don't want bat soup. Oh, wow. Oh, you gotta make sure you are taking all the precautions to keep yourself safe. Because it's pretty bad out there. What do you guys think? How many of you guys think that, does anybody here think that things will go back to normal as soon as they say, okay, everyone goes back? And if you don't, how long do you think it's going to take before things do get back to normal? So we already heard from Jim. Jimmy said 1 year. What about you guys? Anyone else want to chime in? How long do they think these are going to take to get back to normal? I think roughly 5 years. The first 5 years are going to be some happy medium in between. Oh, you can take some, make sure you wear masks and gloves and all that. Dave Peterson thinks by this fall. And do you think things will just go right back to normal, or do you think, so you don't think it's going to come back in the fall? There's fears that people are thinking that it might come back in the fall. No, what? The mask protects you because you breathe in the virus, it goes in through your lungs, so it does protect you. Okay, Dave Pearson, that's fair enough. It won't be 19. Okay. Anyone else? So anyone else have anything? Oh, why do I keep doing that? Oh well. That was not bad. Like, I get seeing people walking around with these like they're like coffee filter type masks. They're just like the cloth. But then there's some news stations will tell you that just wearing anything is better than nothing. What's up, Kimmy? Welcome. Hope you're doing great. Good to see the coronas hasn't gotten you. Yeah, no one is covering eyes. You don't see people wearing gloves or anything. Actually, in one of, I saw, who was it? I was watching an auditor video yesterday, and they went into a post office, and one of the postal employees was actually wearing safety glasses. So I saw one person, she had the mask, she had gloves, and she had safety glasses. I'm like, huh, that's the first time I saw anyone wear safety glasses, so I thought that was interesting.
Sure, hey everyone, my name is Nick A. and my father.
So, that's interesting.
Nothing in particular. I'm at a veterans.
I don't know. I didn't stay and watch the whole thing. They were just doing their normal auditing crap. I don't think he was looking for Postal 7. I turned it off as soon as I saw it. I'm like, this is boring. I think it was. I don't know. I think it was AA. I think it was. I'm not sure. Never good immunity, but never hurts to be safe. That's true, but Kimmy. Eyes and sealed like scuba goggles. Yeah, so like just the regular safety glasses aren't gonna completely help you, especially if you take them off and then go ahead and rub your eyes after you touch something with COVID on it. Then that's gonna do nothing. My allergies are like messing with me. That time of year. Yeah. So what else? Who else thinks? Who else thinks? When does other people think that this is gonna start going back to normal? Will it come? Here we go. How many people think it's gonna come back in the fall or next year? Will it come back? And if it does come back, will it be worse or will it be about the same? And will we be more prepared this next time? I heard Alaska opened up last week. Ain't nobody. At least some couple counties in Alaska are starting to open up, and county in California opened up too. So things are really starting to get better. People are starting to, go back to normal life. Well, Oh, why'd you do that? It won't be COVID-19. It'll be a different strain, if at all. So you don't think COVID-19 will make a return? So you think once we get through this little episode, this little issue, that's it? We'll just end up with a different one. That's interesting. All right. Well. Let's hope it's not worse, right? This summer, reality will reemerge. It's gonna be hot this summer too. So has everybody here already done some voting for the Friday playoff? Since we have new people here, I'll go ahead and take a look at the auditing the brackets again. Because there's only like 3 people in when we did the last time. So okay, so far the auditing to the 2020 for auditor brackets is looking like Auditing USA is currently identified Desert Community Watch with 75.9% of the vote. I'll get the voting link up for you. If you go on one of my not yesterday's video, it's in the not the description, but it's in the comment section. It should be pinned. Bracket 2, we have Accountability for All, extremely ahead of Extra Good Citizen with 96.6% of the vote. Followed in by Bracket 3 with Auditing America, barely ahead of News Now Patrick, 55.2%. I knew that one's going to be a close one because they're both really bad, and that's a toss-up who's worse. But News Now Patrick was ahead, but now Auditing America is, and we only have like 2 more days of voting to go. So unless you really want Auditing America to win and you haven't already voted yet, you might want to go in and vote for your buddy Patty, or Patty's going to be gone. And I'm sure Patty will be happy to know that. And then in the final bracket, we have Carolina Fort Worth, 71.4% of the vote over SGV, because Carolina Fort Worth is she is a frauditor. She doesn't do the whole begging, but there's a lot of misinformation from Carolina, and also the way she just treats everybody. If you watch her videos, the way she treats people, she treats them like just utter crap. She treats people like idiots. That's why she's there, because she's just yeah. What we got here? I missed some stuff. But flu is form over. That's true. The flu is. Okay, did not look there. Okay, yeah, take a look there, Dave. Current mutation less and slower. That's good news. AA versus Patrick, they're the worst for me. And that's who actually is going on. Ain't nobody. They're actually in this round, and so far AA is winning. So if you haven't voted, and you have a potentially who you think is worse, go ahead and pick them. And holy, we have 43 people in here. Hello, everyone. Yes, the results will be up Monday, and there will be only 4 left. And it's looking like, and so far my guess is going to be Carolina. I think Patrick will edge ahead. I just have a feeling. I think most people on this channel like Patrick less than they. I think they like Auditing America a little more than they like Patty. So I think Patty will edge it out. Of course, Josh Abrams will be there. And it looks like, who was the first one again? Auditing USA. Yeah, he'll be there. So I think that'll be the top 4. Honestly. I could be wrong. It's up to you guys. I already did my voting, so I'm not going to do any more. Misinformation should be her site name. Good one, Dave Peterson. Patrick's currently playing Nomad videos. Ugh. Yeah, and AA and Josh are both playing old videos, so AA is doing more recent videos, but Josh is definitely doing a lot of older videos. So that's why I think it's gonna overtake. So for everyone new, I will post the link for voting on this video, but if you don't want to wait, go to a previous video, look in the comment section, and the link to the voting will be there. You have until Sunday night to get your votes in, let yourself be heard. I think we only have like 29 votes so far, so it's a lot lower than the last one, but that's okay. Alright, so alright, so next week I am going to go on another, I guess, nature audit or whatever. I'm going to do one of those next week. And we will have some more auditing bits videos. And I actually tomorrow there will be a video tomorrow. I already have it lined up. Know what I'm talking about. So you guys make sure to look out for a video tomorrow. Is there anything anybody wanted to ask? Anyone wanted to discuss before we go? Now is the time. Okay, great, Dave. Are you on a shelter at home order, or do you agree with it? No, currently, my job, I can leave and go to it, so, but we are advised to not go anywhere unless you really, truly have to. It's not too bad. It's not that bad here. Do I agree with it? I think in places like New York, I think it's essential just because of what COVID is doing in New York. Other cities, we don't want them to get like New York, so I see the need for it. I just think, honestly, it should go by the severity of how hard the city's being hit, the size of the city, and just things like that. What's up, Taze? Oh, Taze, you're always driving. Must be do you drive for a living? Is that what it is? Wow, 49 people. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This is more than I usually have for live, so thank you very much, guys. It got tighter here in PA. You must wear a mask when you go out. Oh wow, okay. Do you agree with that? Ain't nobody? Are you cool with that sort of thing, or do you think that they're doing a little too much with that? What are your thoughts? Oh wow, they called you back from retirement. Oh wow. Hey, Miss Jarhead. How are you and the hubby doing? Hope you guys are doing well, staying safe. Yeah, I got to put a mask on crap in PA. We are trying to get viewership and numbers up for you. Hey, numbers are up for me. They've been going up for a while now, so whatever you guys are doing, it's pretty fantastic. I want to thank you guys for all that, because I didn't think I'd reach 1,000 this soon. I mean, it's soon for me, not for other channels, obviously, but for me. Great, Mr. Ryan. I'm very happy to hear that. Let him know I said hi and hope he's doing well. And don't be a stranger on the channel. Tell him to don't be a stranger on the channel. We love him here. We love both of you here. We love everybody here. Too much for me, but I have COPD, so I stay home. That's good, because you don't want to catch it with COPD. You'd be one of the people that, because a lot of people, it's not going to affect them, but people like that, or if I got it, I might have an issue, because at this time of year, my asthma really messes up, so it's really bad right now, so it could really mess me up if I were to end up getting it. Florida has plague border checkpoints on the interstates. Plague border checkpoints. Jeez. Before, it was against the law to wear a mask. How do you think it's going to pan out when the ban is lifted? That's a good question, Kimmy. Oh, great. Mr. Jarhead, thanks. That's great. Well, tell him thank you if he's doing that. And if you're doing it, thank you too. I have to wear a mask, but court order, I was making people frightened. Oh, wow. Right. Oh, yeah, it was, I remember the whole, not too long ago, auditors would go out wearing a mask. And people will be like, oh, you're wearing a mask and you're doing it to make yourself look suspicious, to draw attention to yourself. And now you're getting all these masks that are fashionable. People are like putting hearts on them, or little dinosaurs, or dragons, or whatever, just to make them a little bit more fashionable. Exactly, Kimmy. How many freaked out about Muslim chicks with face coverings? My looks are scary. Oh. All right. All right, so is there any... I think this virus spread will settle down. Yeah, I do. I agree too. I think it definitely will settle down eventually. But like I said, I think it's going to take a while before... I think the economy is definitely going to take a big hit. Especially sports franchises, sporting events. Because even with the ban lifted and they can start doing their thing, I think their numbers are going to be down for a little bit, at least after. Because people are going to be afraid to go and get close to other people because of all of this going on. So their numbers are going to go down. The idiot Chauncey, he needs a mask. Yeah. The black bloc is now safety conscious. Had to sneak up on a glass of water to get a drink. Had to sneak up on a glass of water to get a drink. That's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad. I just want to say toilet paper bad. Man, toilet paper is so expensive right now. They're like gouging the hell out of it. Saw this article where people were like trying to buy it online and they're getting scammed. People are they're charging all this money for it, and then they're sending them half rolls of toilet paper. Like little, just ridiculous. There very well could be, Kimmy. And yeah, the economy already has taken a big hit, and it's going to continue to take that hit. And I think things will probably get worse before they get better. Could send us into another depression if this lasts long enough. People will forget quick. They need their circuses. I think people will forget. I think it's going to take, like I said, I think maybe not 5 years, maybe 2 years, 2 to 3 years. I think the majority of Americans, at least, will go back and feel more comfortable and more safe, as long as, nothing like this happens again. I definitely think things will definitely go back to normal, and if something like this happens again, we will be just as unprepared, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, I agree. Kimmy, watch out for the price of meat. Oh, did you guys hear about that, what was it, a mountain lion that tested positive for corona at a zoo? You do. You really do. People just want things to go right back to normal. But like I said, I think the sporting event type things, those are going to take a while to go right back to normal. We aren't just going to go and... But I could be wrong. If I am, great. I'm paying $2 a head for freaking lettuce. Jeez. And lettuce ain't nothing. Yeah, things are just going crazy. They're gouging the hell out of everything. Yeah, true. There's a bunch of different coronas. We're currently, this corona, COVID-19 is one that's really giving us grief right now. So, like someone said earlier, it could just be another strain of this corona that we get next year or in the fall, or maybe it just doesn't, maybe we don't deal with it again after. Maybe it'll just go back to, you know, being gone. Be interesting to see how this happens. Guys, go ahead and make sure you hit that like button if you're in. Only got 7 likes. No cases where you are from. Well, that's great, Dave. Good news. Maybe the otters are spreading it. Maybe some of them. Some otters are actually practicing social distancing and practicing, you know, they're using, you know, they're trying to not spread it. Because they themselves could have it, but be showing no symptoms. Hell, truckers are spreading it. True, truckers are spreading it. Yeah, I got a letter asking me to come out of retirement. I didn't have my glasses on when I read the letter. I thought it said I'm a sexual worker. No such luck, I'm essential. Ah, damn. That'd have been a good one. You're a sexual worker. Like, well, damn, alright. Get that letter and frame it, huh? Well, alright, guys. My battery's getting ready to die, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. It was great. Thanks everyone for showing up. Ludden, I'm gonna butcher your name. Luddit and Erthel? I'll just call you Lud. Lud, thank you for joining. Taze, thanks. Thank you, Lud. Kimmy, thank you very much for showing up. Glad to see you. Glad everything's going well. And Ain't Nobody, thank you. Dave Peterson, thank you so much for showing up, joining us. Mr. Jarhead, thank you. Mr. Jarhead's hubby, if you're around, thank you. Who else? I'm just going off of who posted in chat. So, if you didn't post in chat, I'm probably not going to thank you. Well, I'll just thank everybody who didn't post in chat, just came in. Thank you. Who else? They already said Dave Peterson. I already got Taze. Ain't Nobody. Oh, I Found Texas. Thank you. Anybody else who's in, who I missed, thank you so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please. Oh, La Dite Neanderthal. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, yeah. Look out. There will be a video tomorrow. So, make sure you guys tune in for tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button. And go ahead and hit that little bell notification. That way you know when I do post a video. But if you don't want to hit the little bell notification, I usually post them between 11 a.m. and like 2 or 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just so you know. And be on the lookout for it. My 2 Beagles daughter is a veterinarian. She says animals have always got corona. Oh, wow, okay. That's interesting. Did not know that, Taze. That's interesting. I'll drive like I normally do. Hello. So you just drive safe then. That's great. Alright, guys. Thanks again for showing up. We will have a video up for you tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy it. Stay safe out there. And see you next time, guys. Peace.